This is going to be a terrific game. Oh, right out of the ground.
He's done it.
It's a beautiful shot.
And there it is.
The atmosphere here is electric. That'll certainly get him going.
You make me feel so alive.
Hello everybody and thanks for joining us. We are good to go for the start of the second test match. It is Australia against South Africa. Australia winning the first. Conditions here in Port Elizabeth are a little bit overcast, as you can see, but what an important test match this is. Vernon Philander is up in a huge way.
With that LBW question, and I think the right decision was made.
Punched. Probably just two. Brilliant change of angle from Rabada, moving the ball in and then off the seam away from Warner. High class from Rabada, 4 for none. Well, Vernon Philander thought he was really in the game there, planting that front pad. It's nicely worked. Well played by Bancroft. That's going to go for 4. That's downhill. That's gone for 4 quite smartly.
Yeah, through the leg side. Oh, gets a hand on it. Vernon Philander. Stop 4. Just off the pad, I think. Watch the umpire and get his reaction. Yeah, just a leg by there for David Warner. It's straying through the leg side. Bancroft been waiting for that all morning. And it will be his first boundary.
Now, it's a hard chase. The ball might win it. Warner's first, but oh, it's a brilliant stop. Oh, Maharaj has awarded the boundary by giving up on it like that. So that is Warner's first boundary of the test match. Nice stroke. No problem at all. In the perfect position. That will give Cameron Bancroft a great feeling. No need to chase that one. Over pitching in this over. And Guidi's getting some heavy treatment. Oh, now Warner's seeing it fine now. Don't worry about this. Not a long hard volley by any means.
Bowlers have had the better of the first hour. It's nipped around. It's obviously feeling set, feeling like he can play his strokes. Quite surprising to see du Plessis take the third slip out straight away and drop point back.
Oh no, 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 no. You simply wouldn't believe it.
Well, we spoke about it. Such a negative move. Taking the third slip out. South Africa need wickets. Got to hold your catches here in the morning session.
Oh. Well, it's like a completely different game in the last 2 overs of cricket. Well, there's nothing you can do about that other than post a third man, which no one does in the game anymore. It's going to go for 4 as well, I think. Yep. Amazing shot that is. Power, confidence. Warner determined not to be dictated to.
It's beautifully played. Just a little bit short and pounced on by Warner. That's nicely punched. Down the ground. 4 more runs. Second bound of the over for David Warner. And now he's going to scamper through for 1 to bring up another 50. Likes this venue.
Very good knock from David Warner. Appreciated by his teammates. He struck the ball very, very nicely. Conditions weren't in the batting favour, at least for the first hour. And he's weathered that storm and then gone on. He's a good clip, good strike rate, and very, very dangerous from this point.
Yeah, no boundaries in his first hour of batting in the middle, but since then he's been in fine form, striking into the boundary regularly.
A bit of connection maybe there. We'll have to wait and see what the umpires say, whether that's going to be leg buys. I think Rabada was looking for the LBW, actually.
He said that was leg buys.
Yeah, he did eventually signal. Inside edge.
That's nicely played. Use of the feet, gets it too straight, and then just whoops it through mid-wicket.
There's an edge. They've got one. Vernon Philander's picked it up. Now that's gone some distance as well. He's been sparring at those all morning, has Bancroft. And it's a good catch from Quinton de Kock.
A little bit of a movement away. Good catch by Quinton de Kock, low to his right. And as we expect, often the case for South Africa, Vernon Philander is the one who gets the breakthrough.
New batsman is Usman Khawaja. Not in the best of form at the moment.
It dropped. If you call that a chance, it's dropped. It's a fluke if it stays in the midriff of short leg, of course.
Looks nice and easy at that pace, but you can see it hits him before he even has a chance to move.
Bowled, Vernon Philander, well bowled.
Drew him into the shot. It was probably wide enough to let go, that one. But Vernon Philander gets his second, so he's having a good period.
Steve Smith. Remarkable record to rate with anybody or ahead of anybody except for Bradman in terms of the stats. Down he comes. Very positive in the footwork and the ball strike. Looks to me like a man on a mission.
I think they recognize that the three seamers, just one of the three have bowled well so far, so they can't afford for Maharaj to continue.
Standing so wide. Oh, he got it, has he? Oh, he does like it, he doesn't get it. It's a manic appeal.
Good delivery again. Nips back in, goes a long way. Hit him outside the line, too high probably as well.
Well, that's the line again. Just keep it off stump, just outside off stump, and move it in both directions if you possibly can.
That's a goodie. That's an absolute goodie. It's shaped back and hits the top of off stump. Lungi Ngidi, 2 balls into the attack, and David Warner's on his way.
Boy, that's a massive wicket. Warner's looked to score. He's taken the game forward. We've spoken about Ngidi wide of the crease. Sean talking about he's been working on the in-swinger. And there it is, the reward. David Warner gone.
Top of middle stump. Through the defence of David Warner. He's been out there over 2 hours. Got through Vernon Philander. That was the pace and a bit of extra bounce as well. And that'll bring him a lot of confidence. And South Africa, 2 quick wickets after the lunch at German. David Warner goes. Sean Maher strolls through the crease. Got a good average of 40. 600s to his name. He's batted well in the first Test match in Durban. Tell you what, I reckon you got to give 3 slips. You got to get another catcher in there.
I'll tell you what, he's got to get Rabada on from the Park Drive in now. 2 wickets in the first 10 overs after the break. Got to go to your frontline seamer, get him in the game. Try and get Steve Smith before he gets in.
Well, and it's just giving you the indication that there's a bit in the track. And I think it's nipping at both ends, not just from where they are bowling from at the moment. It's definitely hitting the seam hard, and it's just giving you a bit of purchase. See that one there? Just went through the bit of extra bounce. Good over, successful over, 117 for 3.
That's nicely whooped. Drifting into the pads. The length means he can just flick the wrists at the last minute, and away she goes.
That's away, vacant third man region, so that's gone for 4. Easily done by Smith. See, that's whipped away so quickly, right off the middle for 4. That's quite extraordinary, the movement there from Smith. That finishes the over as well. That's 8 off that, 136 for 3. It was a friendly full toss, and that's been whipped away as it should have been. So 6 runs off that over, 146 for 3. Wow, what a shot that is. That's a terrific shot from Shaun Marsh. Overpitched that time and hammered through the offside.
Brilliant stroke play here from Shaun Marsh. Good run. Oh, is it? Is it a good run? Oh, my suspicion is it is just. Reckons it's really tight. He seemed to celebrate immediately. What do we think?
Yeah, it was brilliant bit of fielding from KG. Is it? No, he's just got over the line. He wouldn't have been convinced, Steve Smith. You can see his head's facing straight down. He wouldn't have quite known if he was over the line. He would have just heard the death rattle.
That might be out, LBW. Yeah, that's much closer. And Smith kind of knew it. He's almost started walking. No bother with a review. KG Rabada. Oh, well, not yet anyway. KG Rabada seems to have a wicket. I mean, in general, a player like Shaun Marsh will say to his captain, I'd review it if I was you.
I think he's got that one badly wrong again. So that's another waste. There's a personal review from Steve Smith. And it's the length and movement. If you can get some movement foolish to where it pitches to Steve Smith, that's when you're in business.
Well, it's highish. It probably is catching the top of the stump. Steve Smith, incidentally, out of picture, has walked off. So it's fine for line, and it's fine for everything, and Smith knows it, and probably thinks, what am I doing reviewing that? Confirmation from umpire Damasina, and Smith goes. It's 161 for 4. It's lovely driving here from Shaun Marsh. Time after time, when offered, he takes. It's not far from LBW either. That's out, LBW. This is a big spell from KG Rabada. There is a review remaining.
It certainly came in quite a bit.
Has to be missing the leg stump totally. You do get the feeling that probably at worst it would be an umpire's call on the angle. Probably hit him in middle stump, and I think that should be crashing into at least leg stump.
Yeah, middle and leg. Above the knee roll is always an issue. Got to be hitting the top of middle and leg, hasn't it? Oh, the top of leg. So a fine decision by umpire Damasina, rewarding the bowler for smart thinking.
And that brings Pat Cummins to the crease. To Pat Cummins. Oh, is that a ball? It's a nick. It's given. He's on a hat-trick. Pat Cummins, a little outside edge. The ball before, Mitch Marsh, a little inside edge.
Well. In the words of another famous commentator, it's all happening out there. Just about saved as far as the no ball is concerned. Pushing it, but he's safe there, Rabada. And another outside edge. But what is also interesting is what are these batsmen doing when they're getting these outside edges? Seems as if they're playing forward. It seems as if the ball is a bit fuller than previously. And that's what you want with doing if you're getting the ball to do a bit.
Mitchell Stark to the wicket, played such a key role in the first test match with both bat and ball, crucial runs.
That's the right length. It's a pretty good shot. It was on the up from Mitch Stark and he's hit through the line. It's a very nice boundary.
You know he's going to play his shots, but it's worth the risk. We've seen that length. That length has been the reason for so many of the dismissals of late. Good shot from Stark.
Oh, beautifully bowled, and it's a great comeback delivery as well. Mitch Stark might have been thinking about the short one, but for Rabada, that's 5 wickets for him now, and the 8th one in his career. Nathan Lyon at the crease. And what a session of play it has been. Really, in the last hour, it has all happened. For full and wide, and I think Philander was bowling it out there to keep him on strike. Oh, it's on a glove. Rearing delivery from Rabada. Gee, that's a nice shot. Beautiful shot from Nathan Lyon to open up his account.
Good player, this guy. Really good player. Gets into line nicely, plays orthodox, and he waits for the ball as he did there. And Lyon decides to take it on, and that's good thinking. Actually, he's better doing that than jumping and trying to defend it. He either wants to duck underneath it or try to hit it, and he's hit it well. 202 for 8. Back to the duck pond end of the ground. That's where Lyon likes to hit it, and that's going to race away for 4. He played that darn well. He got to it early, sort of slapped it down and in front of square. Another good hit. Powerful hit. Back-to-back boundaries. 207 for 8. Bowled him, and Geedy's done it again. Hit the stumps twice.
The length superb again. Off the pad, onto the middle stump. And South Africa have their 9th.
So effective, he can swing the ball back into the tail enders. Most of them have problems with that type of delivery, and that one was spot on.
Josh Hazlewood is the new batsman. I can't imagine at lunchtime he thought he'd be batting 45 minutes after tea.
Thinking about 2, so he wants to come back and keep the strike. And he's going to get 4. Hashim on the slow to react and cut it off.
Running away across this fast outfield, and good fielding saves the boundary, but means that Tim Paine has 3 and therefore the strike.
With that away, good connection. That's gone for 4. That's a good solid shot. Oh dear, had no idea where that was. Beautifully directed by Rabada. That was bang on the money, that one. Oh, he's hit that nicely too. That's not that short, that delivery. That is a really good shot from Paine. Oh, down the ground. Driven down the ground for 4. That's a wonderful shot from Hazlewood. See, that's driven through the covers for 4. That's the second really good shot from Hazlewood in this over. Bowled him. And Ngidi's got another one, so that's a nice thing for Ngidi. He's picked up 3 now, and they're 3 pretty important wickets.
He's had a good outing today, 3 important wickets. Little low order partnership. got Australia to 243, but in the end, a terrific fight back and bowling performance from South Africa. They'll be very happy with what they've been managed to achieve in this first innings with the ball. Tim Payne gone for 36. Australia 243 all out.
Mitchell Stark with 3 slips in the gully will bowl to Dean Elgar. He's out there with Aiden Markram, who played so well in Durban. Immediately some movement there. Josh Hazlewood now to Aiden Markram. Oh, that's well timed. Just got it slightly on the up and made sure he just kept going with the stroke. Nice placement. Lovely stroke. Just leaning on it and making sure of it.
Slightly over pitch, but beautifully balanced in Elgar. That's when you know you're playing well as a left-hander, when you get that on drive going and you hit it in front of square through that mid-wicket area or past mid-on. So he'll feel a lot better after this one.
Australia desperate for a wicket. And it's a nice shot. The full face of the bat from Markram, and it continuing his good form from the first Test match.
Nicely played as the lights come on, just to make sure there's no interruptions or until the close of play in the last half an hour. Must be full of confidence after his performance in Durban. He's trying to bring that same kind of performance here to PE. Saw a few of these shots in Durban.
Oh, that's close in front. Yes, he's gone. It looked very close, and Markram was batting on about off stump, and you knew that if it hit the seam and jagged back, he'd be in trouble.
He's going to consult with Dean Elgar. He'll probably be thinking, has it nipped back and has it going over the top? He decides not to go upstairs, and Australia have got there first. A delivery. He saw the first 3 of the over nip away, and he'd been expecting a similar kind of delivery. This one pitches and just nips back a touch. Hits him on the roll. There's a lot of movement. Maybe will probably go on to hit the leg stump, but it might have been cause for him to send it upstairs. Worst, it will probably be umpire's call. Anyway, he doesn't go upstairs. Cummins makes an impact with his 4th delivery. Markram, the hero of Durban, goes for 11. 22 for 1.
KG Rabada, yeah, the night watchman. Around about 16 minutes less play today. Just over 7 overs left, but it'll be about the time. Very handy with the bat. His best is 34. Good defence. Got the chest guard, but no arm guard for Rabada. There's Pat Cummins around the wicket. Oh, clip through the leg side. Thank you very much. The night watchman just off the mark with the boundary.
Yeah, poor delivery first up. Probably trying to attack the stumps. We saw Rabada get knocked over with a reverse swinging ball both innings in Durban. His leg stump, and the timing's good. Rabada out as the night watchman. About 15 minutes of play left tonight.
Oh, another good shot. Straight onto the pads, Pat Cummins. Now with his pace, Rabada just needs to put it near the middle of the bat, and it races away.
Well, there's no better way to answer the aggression than with good cricket. And Rabada certainly has done that today. He bowled superbly, came in as night watchman, put away 2 leg side. Wonderful timing, stylish.
Oh, that's 4. Hitting it well, Rabada is playing it nice and late. And that's his 3rd boundary.
He's got a good technique as KG from man down the bottom of the order. Looks very elegant, and he's going to produce a lot more runs for South Africa over the years than what he's done so far. Nothing wrong with that one. Just a little bit out in front of himself. Another valuable boundary for South Africa.
Another one. Pretty well timed as well. That'll be the same result.
Important late in the day runs for South Africa. The night watchman playing beautifully through the offside. Saw a couple through the leg side, but in this over, just almost Quinton de Kock-like, letting the ball come to him, running off the face. It's down the hill towards the Park Drive end, and it races away.
He's doing a good job here, Kagiso Rabada. He's raced to 17 of 12 deliveries. You don't often see this from a night watchman, but he's hit 4 boundaries. One's off the meat of the bat. It'll be the last over before the close of play. 5 more deliveries for Elgar to negotiate.
Oh, what a turn. And doesn't have to play at it. And that will be it. Stumps on day 1 of the second test match. And it's been a very good one for South Africa.
Yes, it has, BJ. Excellent one for that man in your picture also. KG Rabada, Kagiso bowled an excellent spell either side of T to open the game up for South Africa. 1 point Australia, 98 for nothing. Lost their first wicket the over before lunch. He's come out at night watchman and played beautifully also. So a big day for Kagiso. Dean Elgar will be happy too. The best day in the series for the South Africans. Bowling the Australians out. Going to 39 for 1 for the close.
Well, no doubt about it, they would have gone to the lunch break thinking, oh, we've got a lot of work to do. 98 for 1, that was Australia. And didn't they bounce back well in the second session of play and also the last session? More importantly, just losing the 1 wicket. You know, you go to the break with 1 wicket down, you expect that late in the day. So plenty of work to do for the Australians.
Yeah. South Africa 1-0 down in the series. They needed an early start. I mean, good start to this test match, and they got that today. They bowled well, bowling Australia out for 243 and followed up with a good late evening batting performance. Lots for them to build on tomorrow. Here's the match summary. Australia 243. South Africa moving to 39 for 1 for the close. Still trailing by 204, but a very positive day for them.
This is going to be a terrific game. Oh, right out of the ground.
He's done it.
It's a beautiful shot.
And there it is.
The atmosphere here is electric. That'll certainly get him going.
You make me feel so alive.
And it's good morning to everybody around the world who joins us for the first time. We're set and ready to go on a beautiful morning in Port Elizabeth. Waiting in the commentary box are Michael Holding, Graham Smith and Mike Hazeman.
What a day yesterday. 282 runs scored, 11 wickets taken. The run rate was 3.36, so that was seriously entertaining stuff. And conditions are better today. You can see there's quite a bit of blue sky around the place. Australia making 50 too many. That's the general assessment from a lot of people, including the South African players. And South Africa now 1 down. Rabada is doing the night watchman job and has done it well. 17 off 14 balls, a couple of beautiful drives on the onside. In the Wanderers test match against India, he did a very good job blunting the attack. So hopefully from a South African perspective he can do that again, but of course the Australians will want to get rid of him very smartly. Alongside me, Mikey Harding and also Graham Smith. Mikey, good morning mate, how you doing?
Morning, Hazy. Hello to all our viewers everywhere. I'm doing fine, after last night. Still recovered well this morning. Looking forward to a good day's cricket.
Let's tick a box. What about you, Graham? How are you doing?
Doing well, thanks, Hayes. Looking forward to today too. It was another exciting day of Test cricket yesterday. Lots on the go. Big opportunity for the South Africans, the way they bowled yesterday, to get back in the series with good batting today.
Yeah, just a quick update on the umpires. Chris Gaffney, by the way, is ill. So he's doing the TV umpire's job, and umpire S. Ravi, who did the Test match in Durban, is standing today, along with Kumar Dharmasena. So let's hope Chris, for starters, gets better soon and can take his spot in the middle as soon as possible. Right, here we go. Hazelwood. He batted for 2 hours, did Rabada, in that Test match against India to blunt the Indian attack, which is pretty potent on that surface.
Yeah, he did his night watchman job last night. All the hope in that dressing room would be he can hang around, blunt this new ball, maybe even go on to add a Test 50 to his 5-wicket haul yesterday. For Australia, it's all about wickets. Late order partnerships yesterday managed to help them get to a total of near 250, 243 to be precise. It's not a brilliant first innings score, so they need wickets to get themselves back in the game. From 98 for nothing to 182 for 8. It was one big collapse, and he brought about some excellent bowling from Kagiso Rabada either side of tee.
Three slips and a gully. And that's past the outside edge.
Smithy, as a former captain, there has been so much debate about night watchmen. Do you need one? Should you have one? What is his job? Rabada survived last night. What is his job now this morning? Shouldn't it be the same thing as what he did last night?
Just to play. I mean, I think he's got enough ability just to be a good batsman. Go about his stuff. Last night he played beautifully, got into good positions. Managed to get a few boundaries away with just good strokes and hitting the ball late. I think it was 2 off the leg, Mikey, and then almost Quinton de Kock hitting it late and running it past backward point.
So last night he was supposed to take as much of the strike as he possibly could. Shield whoever is at the crease with him, and of course make sure the next man doesn't get in. What is his job this morning?
Well, I think just to bat normally and build a partnership with Dean Elgar.
So he doesn't have to take most of the strike then?
I think that'll confuse a long day ahead.
Oh, that's a nice shot and well fielded. That's really good fielding.
The thing is you can compartmentalize 20 balls, 4 overs until the end of play. There's 90 overs left today. I think what South Africa would love is that he could bat with Dean for as long as possible. Maybe build this partnership up, turn it into something of a 70 and 80 with the rest of the top order batters to come, and really set up the day well for the rest of the players. And I think he's got the ability to do that. I think as he's working hard on his batting. When you watch him, he's got a good defense. I think he's motivated to put in some performances with the bat.
Solid drive again. No run. 41 for 1. Oh, that's nicely played. He's got that away sweetly for a boundary. 6 runs off that over. Nice way for Elgar to finish. 47 for 1. What a shot that is. That is some shot from Rabada.
are we sure that he's a night watchman?
Oh, there it is, played on. Second ball for Pat Cummins. The vital wicket of Rabada, as he looks so comfortable, and he will be bitterly disappointed with that one.
Well, that's a big breakthrough for the Australians. It was looking messy there. Rabada playing so well as the night watchman on this occasion, just trying to angle the ball down to the third man. He'd done it so successfully last evening, but a bit unlucky there. Inside edge onto pad and then cannons into the off stump.
Beautiful, to shout given. He was late on it, Hassan Amla. He thinks he may want to refer it. He may be thinking, did it hit him outside the line of off stump? But it just jagged back beautifully on the perfect length from Pat Cummins.
No doubt. It's a good line. Nips back. And I don't know if there's the inside edge. He does make contact with his pad. But I think he's missed. Yeah, he's missed the ball altogether.
Well, just to the naked eye, it looked like hitting outside the line of off stump to me, but impact outside, playing a shot. So the review for the Australians will retain, but Amla survives.
Yeah, Hashim Amla actually was watching this all unfold on the screen on the big scoreboard here at St George's Park, and he was walking off once he saw that it hadn't got the inside edge involved. He started to make his way off the ground, and then he had to look up and saw, I've got a lifeline. It's hit me just outside off stump, and I stay.
The St George's brass band here in Port Elizabeth. Are they a regular feature, Graham?
Oh yeah, in PE. Can't remember playing a game where they haven't been here. Can get quite festive, especially if South Africa get on top. Differing opinions on the band, Mikey?
I have no problem with them, Smithy. Absolutely no problem with them. They play in between balls. Once the bowler starts running or once the batsman is in the stance and ready to face up, they stop.
Close. Came back a lot. It may have been nice giving him out. Well, it looked like a late decision there from the umpire. And it looked high and it came through late.
You think
for
with
the
Hashim,
second time now.
Yeah, you think with Hashim referring straight away that there probably is a bit of bat maybe also. He was very sure as he was given straight upstairs.
Yeah, big difference between this time and the time before. Before he came down and had a word with his partner, Dean Elgar, thinking, should I send it upstairs? This time, immediately send it upstairs. Big inside edge. That's why he immediately sent it upstairs. He knew.
Another live there from Hassan Amla. Well, live, I thought it was very close. Couldn't see that. Yeah, he knew.
Single brings up another one. Another 50 for Hashim Amla.
Bit of relief for him. He's had a bit of a tough time of late, Hashim Amla. We don't often say that because he's been so consistent. At 50, number 39, so a good way for him to come back into some form.
Probably hasn't been his most flowing half century, but very important for his own mindset, plus the very important as far as South Africa is concerned to build this first innings.
That's in the edge. That would have carried to around about a third slip. Would have been about ankle height. It brings up 50 for Dean Elgar. So it's good stuff from the gutsy South African opener. A little bit of good fortune there, but he's notched up a little mini win. Oh, what a beauty. What a delivery that is. That is brilliant stuff from Stark. So straight after the break, he has struck. He's demolished the furniture.
Yeah, great delivery. It was almost like it was on cue. We showed you the 5 dismissals from Durban. And he gets through the defences of Hashim Amla. Wide of the crease once again. Trying to shape it away. Beats the outside edge. Beats the pad. Clatters into the stumps. So another quality reverse swinging delivery from Mitchell Starc. We've seen plenty of them so far in this series. He's repeated the dose. And it's picked up the 3rd South African wicket. Amla goes for a well-played 56. 155 for 3.
Wow, what a delivery. They've got him as well. Dean Elgar knows it. He dropped his head straight away, looked for the finger. He was hoping that finger wasn't going to go up. It went up pretty smartly. So a clear neck was heard by umpire Damasina. And Elgar's mainstay has stopped.
Yeah, good delivery from around the wicket, straightening off an angled delivery towards the stumps. And the band wasn't playing. Damasina didn't have any troubles hearing the edge. This was what South Africa had been worried about. They went nowhere in the last session. All of a sudden, they've lost 2 wickets. And Australia still 88 ahead. Now South Africa are 4 down. It's been a gutsy innings from Dean Elgar of 57. It comes to an end. South Africa 155 for 4.
Oh, that's well played. Yeah, it's the wrong line from Josh Hazlewood. He knows it. Needed to be really just over about middle stump.
And that's what Steve Smith is suggesting there. Over the back of the helmet is where he wants the delivery bowled. Australia, it surprises me that they're choosing to do this tactic to AB de Villiers, because it will give him options to score. Could very well work, but it will open the game up.
Oh, that could have been off the glove. I'm not sure. They're confident, the Australians. The umpire doesn't want to know about it. They're that confident they've got to go upstairs, and they do. He's pointing to his arm there. AB de Villiers. Yep, off that arm and on the shoulder. He's actually played that really well, AB de Villiers. He's got in behind it, knowing he's got to hit him, but kept his gloves out of the road. Didn't worry about trying to ride it with the bat at all, just copped it.
Shots. Short from Marsh. Du Plessis doesn't miss out. Positive frame of mind. Bad ball was there and he was onto it.
That's the way to do it. When that bad delivery comes, maximise it. Short, wide, sits up outside off stump. If after Plessis is good there, plays that cut shot well, gets right over the top of the bounce.
That's close, very close. He's given. Big wicket for Mitch Marsh. Once again, he is in the game with a breakthrough.
They're going to have a look upstairs. AB de Villiers signalled to Faf du Plessis. I think it's going down leg side. So they're going to have a look.
Well, I don't know. It looked good from where we are.
He's got the knack, you know, Mitch Marsh. He broke a partnership in the first Test match in the first innings. That one's just tailing back. Well, he hasn't got any bat on it on that. The umpire's given it out, so I reckon he's in trouble. Good bowling, stump to stump. Spot on the line. Bang. In line. Hitting leg stump. Well, the Aussies back in the game. South Africa lose their 5th. They still trail by 64.
That is out. LBW. Tennis de Brain. Complete change around in the fortunes of this game, as there was yesterday afternoon. 6 down now.
Another brilliant delivery from Mitchell Marsh. Very full, but swinging back at the right-hander. Brain early at the crease. Swing a long way. He's got a bit of a step in. Question whether that's going on to hit the stumps, probably going on to hit the leg stump. And the umpire's got it right. He delivered for quite some time, but got it right in the end.
He really does pick up the ball so quickly. De Villiers has hit that down and through very straight mid-wicket, almost as if he preempted the delivery.
It's a great shot considering there's two men in the deep for the false hook shot. He's just hit it in front of square. Great shot.
Ooh, full toss. Don't even think Usman Khawaja saw that.
Bit of a gift for De Villiers, takes him to 49. Wide full toss. And you do feel, as Brendan said, even if it had gone in the direction of Khawaja, you probably would have worn it rather than caught it.
It's 49 of 61 deliveries as well, strike rate of 80. So that's good going under these circumstances.
Oh, the full bunger as well. Back-to-back boundaries for AB de Villiers.
Yeah, brilliant from De Villiers, takes him to 50, giving this inning some real impetus. The 44th 50 in his career, 11th versus Australia, and his 5th in PE. He's got 2100s as well, but it's more important his attitude and momentum that he's given this South African innings. He's been absolutely brilliant. And sometimes you do just get that feeling that he's a cut above.
Beautifully bowled. What a delivery from Nathan Lyon. We haven't seen much of him today. He picks up his first wicket, and what a big one that is.
Pitch leg it off. Terrific delivery. Not a great deal. Quinton de Kock could have done about that. Nothing, in fact. When you get a delivery like that, sometimes you've just got to give credit to the bowler.
Yeah, it's quality. It drifts in. Pitch is probably middle and off, and then straightens brilliantly. Top of off stump. Beats the outside edge. And that's with a really old ball. Ball in its 86th over. The seam probably pretty flat at this stage. Still getting it to grip. Quality delivery to get rid of Quinton de Kock. He goes for 9, 2 to 7 for 7.
Nice shot. Up and over the top. Another boundary for AB. And now South Africa trail by 2.
When you're bowling to someone of the likes of De Villiers, sometimes the margin for error is very small. This one just back of a length. He gives himself a little bit of room up and over. And moves on to 66, the highest individual score by a batsman in this test match so far.
Played beautifully in Durban as well during the first innings, AB de Villiers. He was left stranded on around about 70. He was excellent there, playing equally well today.
And then an easy one. Well, with 30 minutes to go, I just wonder if it's worth Stephen Smith taking that new ball. 242 for 7.
That's fine. And it's also 4.
Where the app are you using, Hayes?
Single to start brings Vernon Philander back on strike. 5 more balls to go on the day.
Yeah, I'd say Vernon's faced 90% of the deliveries in the last 5 or 6 overs. You're getting off strike early on a lot of the overs and leaving. Can we call him an all-rounder yet, Vernon? If he gets a 50 or 60 today, then in this innings, then maybe.
He's still a bowler that does a bit of batting, Smithy.
South Africa were 155 for 2. That's the score they lost their 3rd wicket on. And then after that really slow second session today that we've all talked about, straight after the break, they lost the 2 guys that are in. Amla 155 for 3, 3rd to go down, the 4th. Elgar 155 for 4. So 2 wickets going down for none. Thuff du Plessis didn't last too long after that. De Bruyn after that, not too long, and de Kock the last to go. Relying so heavily on A.B. de Villiers.
I think Australia were quite happy when A.B. de Villiers got that single to get at Vernon Philander. They think they definitely can get these in these 5 deliveries to get a wicket here. I think on the other side of the coin, South Africa might be happy also to have A.B. de Villiers away from strike. They don't want to be losing him in the last over of the day. They want him back tomorrow. And I think they have faith in Vernon Philander that he can survive these 5 deliveries. But even if he doesn't, there will be no other batsman walk into the crease if he gets out. So A.B. de Villiers will survive until tomorrow. And that's what South Africa want and need.
Yeah, they need a A.B. de Villiers special tomorrow. He can turn that first session into something great. We're hoping a test 100 for him, and Vernon can hang around. Australia will want to knock them over as quickly as possible and get batting. It's been a tense day. One we thought South Africa might dominate. The wicket looked good this morning. They got off to a solid start. And we've spoken a lot about how they dug themselves a hole in that middle session, allowed Australia to find rhythm, to find confidence, got the ball reverse swinging. The game went nowhere, and all of a sudden wickets start to fall.
Right, so we've got 1 ball left in the day. The lead is 20. That's where we are. Maybe the Villiers of the non-strikers in. It's up to Philander to see it off from South African perspective. And he does that. So that's it. That is the end of day number 2. It has been another good day of Test match cricket. We had a beauty yesterday, it really did. That was wonderful to watch. And this one has ebbed and flowed. There's no doubt South Africa didn't get it right at one stage when they were going at a snail pace. But now A.B. de Villiers has put some life back in proceedings, and he's 74 not out. And as I said, the lead is 20 runs.
Yeah, very good day's cricket. At times a bit turgid, but Test cricket ebbing and flowing as you would expect. Day 1, day 2, different teams have been on top at different times.
Righto, let's just reflect on the situation at the moment.
There's the batting card. Algar 57. It's a hard-fought innings. Never found any sort of rhythm to his play. Him and Amla put on a decent partnership, 56. Then, after the hole was dug, it all fell apart. Wickets with a reverse swinging ball, and required something special from de Villiers to get them past Australia's first innings score. A lead. Philander chipped in a little bit at the end. And there's the partnerships. 88 between Algar and Amla, but it came at a slow rate, which allowed Australia to find some rhythm. There, the important one at the end, Philander and de Villiers getting South Africa to 263 for 7.
They stuck manfully to the task, the Australian bowlers. Cummins got the first 2 wickets, and then no more for him. But all the others contributed, and Mitchell Marsh played a very important role here. The seamers were getting a bit weary. You can see how many overs they all bowled. But Mitchell Marsh, his 9 overs, cost just 26 runs, and he got a couple of wickets.
Yeah, some of the Australians certainly dug deep today in the field, had to do some extra work, and that's the situation at the moment at the end of day 2. Australia winning the toss again and batting first. 243 they got to. Warne was the top scorer. Rabada was magnificent. 5 for 13 in 19 balls at one stage yesterday. That was really special stuff. And South Africa now 263 for 7. This game is very much alive. We are seeing there might be just a little bit of rain around the place tomorrow, but let's keep our fingers crossed and hope that's not going to influence things.
You make me feel so
A beautiful morning in Port Elizabeth. We're ready for the start of the third day's play in the second Sunfoil Test match. The game evenly poised. AB de Villiers, the key man at the wicket with Vernon Philander, and at their seats in the commentary box are Michael Holding, Kepler Wessels and Mike Hazeman.
They'll be thinking somewhere around about the 80 mark, I guess. Things go really well. They'll be thinking a little bit past that. So that's the story at the moment. Australia won the toss again, batted first. Warner top scored. There were guys getting starts and not capitalising. Rabada was magnificent for most of his performance with the ball. 5 for 13 he picked up in 18 deliveries at one stage, which was just ludicrous. And South Africa now lead by 20 runs. Alongside me, Kepler Wessels and Michael Holding. Let me say good morning to you, boys. Mikey, good morning. How you doing?
Morning, Hazy. I think I've recovered from yesterday.
I think that lead between 80 and 100 is so important, and if South Africa do bat for the full session, then they'll be in a strong position.
Right, here we go. This is going to be a tense first hour. Mitchell Stark to AB de Villiers. Whipped away. Just the one. AB's got total confidence in the abilities with the bat of Vernon Philander, as he should. 30 degrees today, 30 tomorrow. I'm still hearing reports of 40 on Tuesday. Next up. Couple of slips in the gully for Hazelwood. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. That's nicely played. What a good drive. That's a loosener and slapped to the boundary for 4.
He's made some very good contributions for South Africa. Vernon Philander with the bat. A lot of ability. Top scorer 74. He's often bowled South Africa out of trouble with these late order contributions. A good clean striker of the ball. And that's a beautiful shot.
There's the work. That's the first thing to look at here, I think. The work that the Australian seamers have done and the rewards. Cummins, brilliant. 255. Ball was reversing yesterday. Really was high quality stuff, as Dean Ilger said, at 140 plus, and it's reversing. It's tough. It was in a chat with me at the touchscreen earlier today. But AB de Villiers is back on strike, this time to Hazelwood. This will be a nice little test. Yep. Burst through the gloves, and that's gone for 4. All these runs count.
Well, Tim Payne not at his sharpest this morning. He's a bit slow to move for that catch, although it was quite wide and missing a regulation one. It took off a little bit, got to him quicker than he thought, but just not gloving it cleanly. Normally that would be no trouble.
I think it'll be long before Nathan Lyon's back into the attack.
Yeah, that's a good point. They'll get Nathan Lyon in sooner rather than later, and then maybe look to get the ball to try and reverse after that.
Oh, there you go. You just get it slightly wrong against de Villiers, and the thing flies to the boundary.
He's hardly missed, has he? The slightest error from the bowler, and it gets dealt with this time through the onside. He's been very strong through that offside. This time, just beautifully played wide of mid-on.
I didn't get much advice from Graham, my uncle, over the years, but that was one of the pearls he gave me. Look where you want to hit it, not where they're going to stop it.
That's well played. Really well played. Right at the top of the ball's bounce. And he just sort of guided it like he was doing runoffs in the morning. 296 for 7.
There's been a couple of reactions from Hazelwood, which is starting to show where the mindset of the Australian bowlers are. A little bit of frustration. There's frustration as de Villiers whipped it through mid-wicket. Frustration again as it's guarded down to third man. They would have wanted this new ball to talk first thing this morning before.
Well, the question's asked, is there a little too much bounce there? Too much nip and bounce, and Smith, as ever, eager to explore.
I would suggest he doesn't go. I think that's over the top. I think time's up anyway. I think that saved him a review. Similar kind of delivery to what we saw to Markram, but this one makes contact a bit higher above the roll. I think that's clearing the leg stump comfortably. Good delivery, length, and it just nips back. Probably not even in line with leg stump either. Going well over the top. Not much going for it, in fact.
Well, suggesting it would have clipped the stump, so they wouldn't have lost a review. That was a change in the game just a while back. If it's umpire's call, you don't lose your review. It's a good challenging little spell this from Cummins, really making the South Africans play, hitting a nice length, just getting a little bit of nip off the seam. Both the Philander and de Villiers are very aware of it and tucking in behind it, trying to hit it back straight where it came from. Oh, that's a great catch. Really good too from Pat Cummins. The breakthrough for the Australians.
Hugely important wicket for the Aussies. Bancroft on this occasion, he had a sighter. Makes no mistake with the second opportunity. Good delivery again from Pat Cummins. Just playing out in front of the body a little bit. Vernon caught on the crease. And on this occasion, it's ultra slow-mo, but it's a good sharp chance taken.
Off the splash once again, more comfortable height. I think that's the key, and it also hits the hand nicely. He closes in on it. So that's an important wicket. That partnership was starting to build for South Africa. Good contribution from Philander, 36, 311 for 8.
Is that his 100? Yes, it is. What a 100 from AB de Villiers. He came in with his team in all sorts of strife. He showed all his skill, all his talent. He's batted his team into a strong position. Well played, AB. It's great to have you back in the test format and playing like this.
What an innings from AB de Villiers, his 22nd 100 for South Africa. It's his 6th against Australia. He's been out of the game. It's his first 100 for 13 test matches, and what a way to bring it up as well. He has been the difference between the two sides in this test match. 18 fours, and he looked in control and in command right at the start. But they are vital, as you say. It is the difference. The lead now is 80. Goes for it in the deep. And coming around, Usman Khawaja. He takes it and brings it back. Very good catch. It was close to the rope. And AB de Villiers cannot believe that Maharaj has played that shot. It was touch and go on the boundary. We think it's all good.
Well, they're certainly having the third umpire, television replay umpire, to have a look at this.
Brain dead cricket from Maharaj.
Get it up.
I think he might be safe. Maharaj gets a chance to save face. The ball's still in his hand. It's not out. And a boundary to Maharaj. 6 runs to the total. Maybe he doesn't give him a bollocking now. I don't know.
Through the leg side. Beautifully hit and over the top. First one we've seen.
That is a shot. I don't think it was that short. I think he created it by going deep and outside off stump. Just picked up the length. Timing.
I think AB de Villiers knew that he was not going to be getting a half volley. So he was back early, outside the off stump early. He knew exactly what shot he wanted to be playing. It's going to be short. It's not going to be a half volley. So bang. No problems there.
Oh, he's gone for it. He's nailed it. I don't know what he said to him, but I didn't worry about it. I don't think AB de Villiers had come down and hit it on the roof. It's got the desired result.
I just think when Maharaj sees it go above the eye line, he can't hold himself back. Natural instinct takes over and he thinks this needs to be whooshed. And he timed that one. It's all can cheer it when it goes out the ground, but if it lobs into mid-wicket's hands, he's going to feel like an idiot. But 6 more runs to the total.
Got him this time. The slog does not work. And though de Villiers will be frustrated, I think, by that, he'll also be pleasantly surprised that Maharaj was able to deal with Australia and indeed advance the scoreboard in a meaningful way.
Not the best finish to a good innings. This time, Keshav Maharaj tries his luck once too often. Played right across that. Cleared that front foot, so not in a good position to try and hit that over mid-wicket. It was an old-fashioned slog, but a very good contribution and an excellent partnership with AB de Villiers.
Wow, what's that hit? Not glove by the look of it. Shoulder, maybe? There wasn't a sort of helmet noise, was there?
Yeah, it was very fleshy and it looked like it was sore. And Giddy's not showing much pain. Shoulder.
Right shoulder too, bowling shoulder. What a good bruise. 3 balls in the over left, and Guinea settles again, taking guard just outside off stump, determined to get into line. And does, and de Villiers goes, and Guinea's in real trouble here, and he's all right. Warner did so well to get to the stumps, but on the move, he couldn't keep control of the ball.
Yeah, he did a brilliant job of getting to the stumps, but then had to gather it. He probably even had a little bit more time than he thought. Couldn't gather it, got his hands onto the stump, dislodged the bails, but no ball present. There's lots of shouts of bowler, bowler, bowler. De Villiers so quick, there was no doubt he was going to make it.
Warner had too much momentum going the other way, probably. Just takes his eye off it there, maybe. But here's Stark now to de Villiers. Goes straight and hard, and Warner comes sprinting round, and Ngiddi's got to really fly here and makes it. Big man treading water for a while, but once he got momentum, I'm pretty sure he's home.
Yeah, it's going to go upstairs. It was actually fascinating to watch AB de Villiers. He was barely not even running. He was just willing Lungi on to get to the other end. He's running with his back towards the stumps, backpedaling. But it did look like he got those long strides in Ngidi.
It's good fielding. Davey Warner gets rid of it quickly. Had a long way to go as well, but Ngiddi's home.
I think there's 2, is there? Oh, and Ngiddi's got to go again. Really got to go. He's out this time. Brilliant fielding from Steve Smith. Fantastic response from the Australian captain, who has a bit of magic about him wherever he plays the game. So Ngidi is run out, but that isn't the story. The story is that we have seen one of the innings that will rank with any in the age of the game. A superb 100. Great is an overused word, but this is a great 100. Great legacy of South African batting, and de Villiers sits not only in it but atop it somewhere, with names like Richards and Pollock, and a fantastic performance by him. He finishes unbeaten with 126. The Australians stuck in the contest this morning but found it difficult against de Villiers, and assaults from Philander and Maharaj. They'll be delighted to have bowled out to South Africa eventually, but for 382.
That's a good length. Oh, it's a misfield double. That's the captain, and that'll be a boundary for Warner. Productive one, 15 without loss.
Well, this has gone from a potential run-out opportunity. Cameron Bancroft was very late to leave. If that ball was picked up cleanly, there was a run-out on.
Bowled him. What a beauty. That is a beauty. What a delivery that is. Magnificent stuff from Rabada. That is the wicket they wanted.
Brilliantly bowled, Gachita Rabada. The ball was moving around. He was bowling quickly and aggressively. He got this one spot on. Back in through the gate. So that's a wicket South Africa been after.
What I like is that he has not gone round the wicket. Every time they go round the wicket to Warner, he's a lot more comfortable. Stay over the wicket, bowl as straight as you possibly can. Has problems when you bowl that line. Second time now that he had been bowled through that gap. Bat, pad, wide apart, ball through the gap, off stump feels some pain. Keep it there all day. First wicket for South Africa. Warner goes 27 for 1.
Well, that's 4. No stopping that. I would argue that you could bring Long on up and get him trying to shut the face on it a bit against the spin.
Tracked him and gone underneath. What a way to get out for Cameron Bancroft. A full delivery. He just got bat underneath it and dribbles onto the stumps. And it's a bonus for South Africa. Disappointment for Cameron Bancroft.
But then Ngidi could not even celebrate. He knew this was pure luck. Just trickled back onto the stumps and had enough pace on it to dislodge the bail. But have a look at Ngidi here. You get a wicket, you get a top wicket, top 3 batsmen. You think about celebrating, that's another one. I've gotten a breakthrough. Ngidi just walked towards his fielders. Bancroft goes for 24, it's 62 for 2.
Beautifully played down the leg side and good enough to just whip it through square leg.
You can understand the thinking from Ngidi there. Stephen Smith, first ball to face, you throw it right up there and go for the LBW straight away. Unfortunately, Stephen Smith, he's so strong, hardly ever misses out. And just gets off the mark. Nice boundary 4.
Still no one in on the offside or on the leg side there for Stephen Smith. Just the field back at the moment. It's more about Faf du Plessis protecting the lead. Down the wicket. Got enough on it. It's a very good shot from the skipper and it carries all the way over the fence.
Well, brave batting from the Australian captain. He's only been in there a short while. It's down the track and boom, straight over mid-off. Great shot.
Turned in, it's gone. He walks. The skipper, Maharaja, gets the big wicket of the Australian captain. The third one goes down for Australia.
Tremendous bowling. Just that little bit of extra turn. Stephen Smith caught on the back foot. And just the slice of outside edges. De Kock takes a good catch. And that is a big breakthrough for South Africa.
It was just a tickle. Just a tickle. But Stephen Smith knew that he had edged it. He did not look behind him to look at the umpire. He just walked off. The umpire's finger was going off immediately. But he just walked off. Wasn't interested in waiting. Not interested in seeing what the third umpire would think if it was sent upstairs. Well, that's a big wicket. Khawaja strikes. 77 for 3.
there's a wicket. First up, there it is. Rabada. Rabada is really, really special. That is a big strike straight after the break.
Rabada's got him, hit him in his pad a few times in this series, and you wonder whether that's played on Marsh's brain, because it is the away swinger, and he's just prodded and pushed at it. Straight after T. Hazy, you said everything's happened in the evening session.
Nervous bend at the ball, just a real nothing shot. The ball just drifted away, but dragged so far wide of that off stump, and just the faintest of edges. He's gone. Confirmation from ultra edge, just the faintest of nicks behind. Good bowling, but dragged way wide of that off stump. Nothing shot, and unfortunately for Australia, Shaun Marsh is gone.
So Marsh for one, 86 for 4 now Australia.
Oh, fine stroke. Gets inside the line and pounds it away on the leg side. Huge strength in Mitchell Marsh.
Not a good delivery. Lungangiri has bowled well today, but he dragged this one down, just sits up. It's a slow surface. So Mitchell Marsh had plenty of time to get into a good position, full extension of the arms, and play that pull shot beautifully.
Oh, good 50. Finally got there. It's been a while since Khawaja was on 49. He hasn't had much of the strike. Nice little placement into the leg side. A really good innings, a calm innings. Lots of lovely strokes. He's an elegant player to watch. And valuable runs. He's busy chipping away at this deficit.
Always a good feeling when you come out of a tough time and you break the shackles and you get a score. And so he'd be feeling much better than he did over the last couple of weeks.
Oh, big shot from Rabada, and the finger's gone up as well. That looked pretty adjacent. Rabada, gee, what a performer he is. Full of smiles. I've no doubt that Khawaja's going to have a chat to his partner, Mitchell Marsh, to see if it's worth going upstairs. Taking his time. Is he going to send it? No, he's not.
I think it's taken too long anyway by now. He's going to be waking his way off the ground. But brilliant from Kagiso Rabada. He's been absolutely superb. He's bowled 15 overs of quality fast bowling throughout this innings. He got rid of David Warner with an absolute peach, and late in the day to trap Khawaja in front on the back foot in front of off stump. And South Africa were maybe just starting to think about the close. Du Plessis would have absolutely loved another breakthrough in the 5th wicket before they went to the overnight. And KG Rabada has produced the goods with a wonderful delivery. Perfect length, hitting top of off. And Khawaja, after playing superbly well for his 75, has to depart 173 for 5.
There's a look at what happened today. 8 wickets going down, almost 300 runs scored. The run rate at under 3.5 by just a little bit. So another absorbing day of Test match cricket.
So alive.
This is going to be a terrific game. Right out of the ground.
He's done it.
It's a beautiful shot.
And there it is.
The atmosphere here is electric. That'll certainly get him going.
You make me feel so alive.
Cries of catch. It was in the air for a while. There was a dive from Dean Elgar, scooting it away towards that extra cover fence, and it is 4. That was in the air for some distance. Oh, that's online, is it? No, thinks it's going down. Might have thought there might have been a bit of bat involved. There's going to be no discussion from the South Africans because they haven't got any reviews left. It's an area they're going to have to get right going further into this Test series.
Yes, it was a big shout from the bowler. The ball swinging into Mitchell Marsh, catching him on that front pad. There was bat very close to pad. Yes, definitely an inside edge there.
That's a good decision. Bowled him. What a beauty. That is an absolute beauty. Now, I think they might want to have a look at, I saw a bit of communication. I think they're going to look at the no ball here. He bowled a no ball, definitely. Second ball of the day's play. In fact, it might have been, yes, it was the second ball of the day's play. So they're going to have a look and see if he's overstepped. A tiny, tiny, tiny bit behind.
Looks like the skin of his teeth. Rabada was a cracking delivery, the in-swinger, but the pace was up. That was the big difference. Two floating deliveries to start, then speed was up on that delivery. Beat him for pace, swing. What a sight for a fast bowler. The early breakthrough for South Africa. Exactly what the doctor ordered for them.
Wow, that's a big blow. Mitchell Marsh gone for 45, 186 for 6 now. That's fine. And Ngidi. It's gone for 4 though. Vernon Philander's unhappy with the fact that he was so square, Ngidi. He was almost a deep backward square rather than a fine leg.
Yes, the ball that's worked down there. It's happened to Vernon a few times. The ball's always raced away fine with the man fairly square. And good effort. But just rolls into that boundary road.
Just to your point, maybe the fact that the guys are on the leg side, that maybe he's got the line wrong because of the extra leg side field.
Well, he's trying to bowl stump to stump, isn't he? In tighter. So, end of the over, 6 for 193.
Pull shot, solid pull shot. Nicely played by Payne.
South Africa desperately need Vernon Philander to back up the work of Kagiso Rabada. Start well in his first over. Looks a bit flat now. The drag down his pace. Payne was right onto that. 200 comes up for Australia. 200 for 6.
What a catch that is. That is some grab, so he's got another one. That is 5 now to Rabada. That is 10 now to Rabada for the match. That is just sensational stuff. Good grab.
What a performance from KG Rabada. Spoke about the wide of the crease in swinger. That was the away swinger. The catch matched it. Standing so close at gully to his left. Tennis de Bruin off the field all day yesterday with an illness. But he was sharp enough to take a great catch.
Yeah, stunner, because that was hit quite well. And firmly to his left. Rabada has been the man. 10 wickets for the match. And thoroughly deserves those congratulations for his teammates. So Pat Cummins goes for 5, 7 for 202.
Ooh, was it a little edge? It sounded like something. He walks. Well bowled, KG, number 6.
Yeah, we're interested to see how Mitchell Starc was going to play. He's continuing to try and be aggressive. Big booming cover drive. The outside edge is found in Kagiso Rabada. Wrecker-in-chief for the South Africans has been brilliant. 6 for 45, still 2 wickets to fall in the innings. Could be a personal best for him, but this is exactly the start South Africa would have been after. Pick up 3 quick wickets. The lead is just 65.
Beautifully bowled. Beautifully bowled, exactly the right length. There was a little feather through to the keeper, and he gets his first, if not first one this morning, but his second for the game here. 2 for 21 now.
Just 2 deliveries into the spell. He picks up a wicket. It's interesting to see the spin vision here, because I think he was actually trying to shape it back into Nathan Lyon, the right-hander. Shine on the inside. Yeah, it was one that reverses in. Maybe just straightens as it pitches. And as Brendan Julian mentioned, just a feather. Easy catch for Quinton de Kock. And the perfect morning continues for South Africa. They pick up the 4th of the morning. Australia are now 211 for 9.
Pulls it away. He may look for 2, but he'll get 4. Well placed from Tim Payne. Maybe getting a little bit tired. Rabat's into his 6th over in this spell.
Drag this one down. Beautifully timed hook shot by Tim Payne. Got 2 fielders out there on the leg side. Fine leg and square leg, but he bisects him. Plays it well, right over the top of the ball, out of the middle of the bat.
That's safe and 4. I don't know why they've moved that guy so much in front of square now. They had him dead square, exactly where that ball's gone. Anyway, well done, Josh Hazlewood. Good firm hit. Watching the ball, he's swinging with the spin. 3 men back, leg side, squarish. Whoa, brilliant ball striking. Yeah. I think it's time to bowl round the wicket at Hazlewood. Change the angles a bit. At the moment, he's got his arms freed up. It's much harder to hit that shot if your arms aren't so free. Another good one, is it? Oh, it's a good catch, and an important catch.
It's just a matter of time while he swung like that. South Africa were just hoping that one would grip in the rough or you'd toe one. And that's exactly what's happened. South Africa bowled Australia out for 239 and require 101.
Lungengidi did very well out there. The ball flew pretty flat and hard, and he judged it perfectly. So risk and reward comes the way of Keshav Maharaj, who picks up the final wicket. The bare stats are this: 239 all out in the second innings for the Australians. A lead of 100, leaving South Africa to make 101 to win the Test match. So the Australians 243 and then 239. South Africa 382. There's no pretending that it has the potential to be sticky. What South Africa don't want to do is lose a couple of early wickets and get the dressing room fizzing a bit. See you in just a minute.
That's a nice shot. Markram hammers that one for 4.
As a bowler, you go away from this delivery thinking, hey, it wasn't that bad. I felt like I'd hit a decent area. A little bit of away movement, but the shot is spectacular. Slightly back of a length. He just rocks back quickly. Punches it square. Nicely played by Markram.
There's an edge and it's dropped. Mitchell Marsh, first slip. He's put that one down. Now that will go down as a pretty simple catch, really, particularly also the way he moved. Seemed like he saw it all the way.
It basically sums up the Australians' performance. Just as far as slip chances go, that was a comfortable, catchable pace, and should have been taken.
Is it not Sean Marsh who usually stands there, not Mitchell Marsh? It was actually interesting on that angle, not this one that replayed before. You see how his head was almost moving as the delivery got to the batsman.
It's in the air, and it's going to run away for 4. So that's a boundary to Markram. Just stopped on him a little bit. We'll come back to that, I think, in the next over, AB.
Still one delivery to go in this over. But he won't be that happy with a shot, Markram. It's out in front of him. He's way out in front of that front pad and it goes airborne. He'll take the boundary. Of course he will. He won't be happy with the looseness of the nature of that shot.
Well, that's a nice shot. That's beautifully timed. That's going to go for 4. That is a really good shot from Markram. That was class. So 12 runs from that over, 22 for none. Line now. That's a carbon copy of the first dismissal in Durban. Olga did exactly the same thing in Durban, a leading edge, and almost exactly the same catch. I'd love to see a split screen of this.
Very first delivery, trying to work it to the onside. Olga's just hanging around, but have a look at this. Leading edge, and it looks clean. First reaction. Nathan Lyon's very confident that's fine, and I think it's been confirmed. Olga on his way.
There's the magnifying glass on it. Fingers underneath that. I don't think there's too many problems. In fact, the players are walking off the park. They've decided they've seen enough on the big screen.
Yask's got a lot to do from out there, and Lyon knows it.
It's a very good line that Nathan Lyon is bowling. It's an attacking line, pitching it outside off stump, trying to hit the top of off.
That's very much how players used to play off spin, and then the silly point came into play.
And the DRS, where the people are saying, oh, he's not offering a stroke, and it has every chance of going onto the stumps.
I don't think silly point's a bad option right now either. Australia need wickets.
Oh, that's a good stroke. Oof. That's right up there with the very best of Amla. 30 for 1. That's out, beautifully bowled. Bounce and movement from Josh Hazlewood. And a sharp catch. South Africa's second wicket goes down.
This is why it's so good, Josh Hazlewood. Nothing Aiden Markram could have done about that. That delivery was round about the off stump. It bounced, seemed a little bit. He had to play at it. So that was an excellent delivery.
Yeah, Steve Smith has those safe hands. Australia will really feel something's possible with that wicket because it brings de Villiers in. And were they to get de Villiers out, then they know what damage that would do to the South African dressing room and how much it would lift their own bowlers. Markram for 21, it's 32 for 2. There's an appeal, but he's got to be playing a shot, I think, at that. I think, you know, that I understand why Smith's having a grumble, but I don't think any umpire can be sure that he's not playing a shot. And it's hit him well outside the line.
Yeah, the bat is not behind the pad. You can see the bat coming and the ball is spinning in towards the stumps, yes. But it's not that the bat is being hidden behind the pad. So you can't genuinely say he's definitely not playing a stroke.
It's not so far away either. Hit him outside the line, and he hasn't shouldered arms there. Not out. 34 for 2. Fine shot, just a bit short, and he's so quickly into position.
That's all AB de Villiers needs. A bit full, a bit short, a bit anything that's wrong, and he latches on to it.
Exactly what South Africa need too. A quick 30 from AB de Villiers will put the issue beyond doubt. Not a great deal wrong with that delivery, just a fraction short.
Oh, and a misfield. 4 precious runs.
Good stroke. He's played that successfully against Nathan Lyon. The spin, that's what deceived Mitchell Stark. Or Josh Hazelwood, rather. Got a bad bounce as well. Just too good. Aiden de Villiers earlier in the over, the reverse sweep, now uses his feet beautifully and lofts it over mid-wicket, brings up the South African 50. That'll ease some of the nerves.
Well, it gets them past the halfway mark. Still 50 to get. Aiden de Villiers.
Josh Hazelwood jumped wide of the crease to try and bowl that one, but he dragged it down. In control, Aiden de Villiers.
Well, you won't see a straighter drive or a better timed drive. Stroke after stroke continues to impress and entertain from de Villiers.
Pat Cummins now. Top edge. Hassan Amla. Not exactly where he wanted it to go, but it doesn't matter.
And his run chases, sometimes the mindset would be a bit different to if Hashim was batting in the first innings in his test match. Drag down delivery, first one from Cummins, and he goes after it. No one back at square leg. It's a fortunate boundary. Just keeps the momentum going.
Another chase from Mitch Marsh. He lets this one go, though. It's well timed and well placed from Hassan Amla. 21 now needed.
Slightly wider on the crease there from Nathan Lyon. And one thing he has to watch against is offering up any width. There's an offside field set, but you can play that with confidence. Opens the face, carves it away. And Amla moves to 27.
Did he edge it? I reckon he did. It's a wide half volley. Hassan Amla will be very upset with himself to get out like that. He just chased it. He didn't need to. He missed the one before. And still South Africa need 20.
Missed the delivery before. Decided to go after the next one. The length was just a little bit better. Some movement. And he's on his way. Finish edge, easy catch for Payne. And Amla, who's in a positive mindset at this stage, trying to find boundaries, trying to pick up runs. His innings of 27 comes to an end. 81 for 3.
Well, this 20 runs could be much better than any net practice for du Plessis, and that's the way he needs to look at it. It's just a way swinger, 20 to get, trying to be positive. I guess, BJ, before we come off comms, the next talking point I want to throw at you is Nathan Lyon. Since the last innings in Durban, he's gone 2 for 177 in plenty overs, made no impact. South Africans have played him well.
$81 for 3. Oh, that's out. Straight to him. Down the wicket, glove, and straight to short leg. Well, well, well. 20 runs to win South Africa. They lose their 4th.
Use of his feet from de Villiers. Lyon does well to adjust the length. Might just have seen de Villiers coming. Dragged it down. The ball grips a touch. And a good take at short leg. Bancroft in the position. No problem with the front foot. Maybe we're just going to have a look to see whether it's definitely carried. There you can see the adjustment. Much quicker once he saw de Villiers coming. Bancroft moved down the pitch with him, which is a quality that rare possess at short leg. And it means that he's able to bring about the catch And the quick innings of 28 for de Villiers comes to an end, 81 for 4.
He's got something on that. That's going to ride fine for 4. Have to wait and see what the call is from the umpire. I wonder if there's a bit of glove involved. Buys is the call. I think there was some sort of connection.
Yes, a bit of turn and bounce here, and yeah, swing and a miss, and missed everything. Tim Payne, yes, just not reading that one, so that's 4 valuable runs. So I think that the intent's good to be nice and positive and play your shots.
Nicely played. That's going to be a boundary. That's a good shot. That's gone for 4, so it's a nice way to finish that over. 8 from it. Just 4 to win now. 97 for 4.
Yeah, dragged down from Nathan Lyon, so with basically just the 2 fielders on the offside, just have to get really bad on ball. So 4 needed. And it's been a good comprehensive win for South Africa.
So Mitchell here will set it up well for the next of the series. 2 test matches left, one in Cape Town, one at the Wanderers. Australia won convincingly in Durban, South Africa at the point of winning convincingly here in Port Elizabeth.
4 to win. And no matter what happens, it's going to go down to that final test, the Wanderers now. So we always do. This is going to be a remarkable series. Some really good cricket has been played. Some not so good. There's been lots of comment about the series so far. There's still going to be more comment to be made in the next couple of days. There's been some outstanding individual performances on the park. And there will be more in Cape Town. It's too much ability on show.
So everybody is brilliant with the bat in this test match. It was good in Durban too in the first innings, but a superb century in the first innings, convincing in the second too.
Played the game on a different surface, AB. There is protection out there. 3 to win now.
Yes, and finally a bowler got him out. A couple of not outs, wasn't there, and a run out. So the Australians were scratching their heads as to how to get him out. And Nathan Lyon found a way.
Yeah, let's hope the cricket lovers in Cape Town make up for the lack of crowds I think we've had in the first couple of tests. Hasn't been particularly good in Durban or Port Elizabeth, but going to Cape Town, Australia will enjoy playing there. Darren Lehmann will be looking for a better turnaround from his players. That's a good shot. Very good shot indeed. That's going to go for 4, and with that shot, South Africa level the series.
Excellent way to finish. Dennis de Bruin beautifully driven through the covers to bring up victory for South Africa. Well-deserved one. They had a lot of work to do after that first test match in Durban where they lost and where they were beaten convincingly by Australia. But they were able to turn it around in the second test match.
Yes, and fitting that South African captain is out there to celebrate. And congratulations all round. Plessis will be very, very happy with the way his troops performed In all facets of the game, they outplayed Australia. And quite rightly, everyone shaking hands at the end of a hard-fought game, as should be. South Africa win by 6 wickets.